Oh, I definitely sent you the wrong one, but we'll clean that up later. Ladies and
Oh, you're
gentlemen,
thinking,
hey
man.
yo, welcome. Another episode of the All Pro JAFFOs, bringing you the highly elevated sports talk for the highly elevated sports fan. I'm your host, JP, the bad guy. On my left, your right, or vice versa. We got the prodigy on the production boards and on camera, Mr. EJ
What's going
Whistle.
on?
And then with us, as always, the greatest DJ on the entire planet, the one and the only, Mr. DJ Mastix.
What's good? It's soup season, y'all. It's colder than motherfucker outside these days.
Bro, that's what I'm finna have too. How'd I tell you?
Quarter lady soup right now. Trying to get warm.
Yeah, it hasn't been that cold.
You don't work outside.
Man.
No, but I work in a cooler.
I work in
Yeah,
a
you
cooler
talking
and
about it
outside.
ain't cold.
The freezer and outside. I had hand warmers on all goddamn day today. I cannot get warm. And plus, I'm a little bit under the weather, so that's not helping either. So,
Yeah, that bug's been going around for a little while. There's a lot of
I
people.
fucking woke up the other morning, like the other night, like felt like I was damn near drowning in my sleep. I was like sleeping, woke up, and like coughed, and like all this acid came up, and that shit was like burning my throat. And then I've been kind of had this little cough ever since.
What?
That was about.
I just want to.
Rosie State's gonna score again. God dang.
I just want to let people know, if you're ever getting hemp wraps to smoke out of, this for all our highly elevated sports talk fans out there, stay away from the high hemp wraps. Man, these things, if you're going to go hemp because you want to stay away from tobacco or whatever like that, go with the wild hemps. Because the high hemps, yeah, I don't know if you can see it very well. The high hemps right here, bro, these don't hold together like at all. I could spit into a measuring cup and go half a cup with how much I've tried to fucking seal this thing. This thing is annoying as fuck.
Go get you a Swisher, dog.
That's God trying to tell you something.
Trying to say, hey, those backwoods are looking good right now, aren't they?
Either that, or he just trying to tell you to put it down. You feel me? Come join the clean side.
Yes, I've been clean for 3 days.
He made this.
I ain't smoked in 3 days.
Is that by choice though?
Yeah, because when I get that little cough going, I don't like to smoke. I like to clear my lungs out. And plus, it's like I don't even get high no more.
Oh, man. See, you know what? See, look at this. You try to seal it. And
it's right there. Now give it 3 more days.
Yeah. Yep. Now, like the other day, I smoked like 4 blunts and wasn't even high. I was just sitting here like, and I was like back to back to back.
And wasn't even high?
Nope.
Damn.
I was like, yep, time for me to go ahead and purge the system real quick. And
I was going to say, I'm like, that might be one of those, hey, we need to take a quick break.
Yeah.
We'll see you right after this commercial. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I've had those. Like you feel like you have to do a little bit of a purge, but a cleanse.
Yeah.
You know,
even when I get sick, I'll stop for a couple of days until I get better, just so that cough go away. And
because if you're smoking 4 blunts and don't feel nothing, your tolerance is way too damn high.
Yeah, my tolerance is way up there. Yeah.
But ladies and gentlemen, appreciate you guys for hanging out with us on this Friday night on the JAFFOs TV YouTube channel. And if you are not checking us out live on the YouTube channel, first of all, what are you doing? Second of all, if you aren't able to catch the live, go check us out on the Mike and Colby Sports Network on Roku and Fire TV. On the Mike and Colby Sports Network. And you want to get a chance to catch the live show, go to the JAFFOs TV YouTube channel. Be sure to subscribe, hit the reminder, and be a friend, tell a friend, let everybody know to help build this thing we like to call the Jaffo Army. So appreciate you guys once again for hanging out. Let's talk a little bit of sports. Anthony Richardson, quarterback for the Indianapolis Colts, is being run through the ringer right now.
Got benched.
For his decision to basically tap himself out.
Oh boy, that was crazy.
He tapped himself out of the game for a couple of plays. And he's again been getting, the business from the media and former players and all that other kind of stuff. And in my opinion, that's all deserved. I'm sorry. You're the quarterback of the franchise. You don't get to just take a break whenever the fuck you want to.
Yeah, I never heard no shit like that. He pulled a Deshaun Watson.
He straight up just
quit.
I'm gonna go sit. And his explanation of it, I was tired. Well, first of all, you are the quarterback. You ain't doing as much running as anybody else is. I'm sorry, you're not. Any quarterbacks can get mad about that. What about the mobile quarterbacks? Yeah. Look, the quarterback position, naturally, you don't have to do all that much running. Just drop back to pass, find the receiver, hit the open man. Really, it's not that much deeper than that. And now some people are going to go, oh, it's a lot deeper than that. You got to read defenses. You got to read. Yeah. The whole point is you don't have to do as much running as the other position players. But again, for you, the franchise player, to walk off the field on your team, I don't know about y'all, but I know if I'm the offensive line, somebody's sneaking through the next time.
I'd never block for Bray again.
The fuck you mean you're tired? We're all tired. And you wanted to see, that's the type of shit. And it's starting to upset me because I had a conversation with my brother earlier today, and he said this younger generation of players, we're never going to see anything like the old school again. That mentality of I will basically die to be on the field. There's too much diva-ness, we could say, going on right now. A lot of these players have never been told no, and they've been fucking coddled their entire career. So when something bad finally happens to them, they don't know how to deal with it. And they either just cause an uproar or they just up and quit. Matt Six, sounded like you were about to say something about that.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I mean, you got one player, the two are the only one. Like he willing to die on that field. Like he don't seem to, care about his. He's the one player. He I love his game, so I can give him credit for that. Like me, I'd have set my ass down after the second one. I'm not going to be walking around like a vegetable for the rest of my life when it's all said and done. It's like, I feel like, especially I don't know if you got kids or nothing like that, but it's like you got to think of quality of life, at the end of this game. Like, you ain't playing football forever. So,
no.
But yeah, to walk off, yeah, that's just garbage. Like, he just should never play. I mean, to me, I'd get rid of him. I'd have cut it.
Like, bro, how do you get tired, bro? Like, that makes no sense.
And I'm starting to kind of like Chase Daniel being a talking head because he's starting to kind of put it out the way it, because Acho tried to come out and say, oh, is there a little grace or is there a little, a little bit of it? Chase Daniels, who most of his career was a backup quarterback, said, the fuck are you talking about? Not literally, but I'm going to add the fuck in there. But what the fuck are you talking about? giving him grace? No. You know how many players would kill to be in that position? You know how many people would literally sell their souls to be a starting quarterback for any franchise in the NFL? And you're going to up and walk out on your team?
Yeah, I've never seen nobody. I mean, not to football.
I've never heard nobody say they was tired like that.
Like, I need a break. Like a quarterback, other players, yeah, but
I've never seen the quarterback tap himself out due to being tired. Not once in my entire life, not once in my entire career have I played with anybody, have I watched anybody live on TV or in person. Have I ever seen a quarterback tap himself out due to fatigue?
I mean, you got quarterbacks who run for hella yards and score 70-something yards, touchdowns, and still get back out there and play. But just in the middle of while you got possession, just be like, I need a break. Yeah, you tripping.
And Chase Dan and I can be corrected if I'm wrong here, but he pointed out that it was a third and goal or a third down point or a third and short when he walked out. Acho called him a liar, like straight up, like, you're lying. I don't believe you. You're lying. Well, Acho didn't come out and say what down it actually was.
Mm-hmm.
And to be completely honest, he's getting mad at the wrong point.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck. It was first down, second down, beginning of the drive, third down, fourth down, middle of the drive, red zone. I don't give a shit where it was at. You're a franchise quarterback who you drafted highly, might I add. Fucking dipped out on the team in the middle of the drive. Because he's too tired. Not because his shoulder hurt or leg or any sort of injury, whatever. No. Fatigued.
Who was they playing?
Fuck, I forgot who they were playing. But it's like it to me it doesn't matter who you play, it doesn't matter. It's like you're a multi-million-dollar athlete. You get paid to play this game we call football. Like I said, we've talked about the statistics of how many people make it to the league. Out of all the players that play football in this country, 1% of them are going to make it to the league. 1%. And you're going to take this opportunity to be in the biggest stage in American professional sports. And you're just going to, it's just another nonchalant, just another day, just another, whoa, what? You don't have a right to be here, motherfucker. This is a privilege. People work their asses off to get to this position. What you just did was the ultimate sign of disrespect to your teammates. You think your teammates are going to give a fuck about you when you come back? You think if anybody has seen The Longest Yard, you will know exactly what Anthony Richardson is going to need to do in order to get the trust back. And that means he's going to be doing a whole hell of a lot of fucking running. He's going to need to break a whole hell of a lot of fucking tackles, a whole hell of a lot of sacks, and score a whole hell of a lot of rushing touchdowns.
Or a whole lot of hot chewing. What are the three? You got three options.
Matt 6, you're wrong. You're wrong for that one. Oh shit. Oh God, please don't do that, Anthony Richardson. Don't stoop to that level. Don't stoop to the Diddy levels, please. We do not need that. But I mean, it's a situation now where it's just kind of like you have basically, you talk about a cardinal sin.
Mm-hmm.
That's it right there. Quitting on your team for no reason really. And I'm not going to say fatigue is a reason, because that's what you do throughout the week. You get your conditioning, that's what you practice for. So this
Well,
whole,
like, now I want to go back and look at that Deshaun Watson injury, because remember the week before he got hurt, he quit in the middle of the game. That week before, and then that next week he got hurt. But I didn't see the play. Like they said, it was non-contact. But I want to see the play. But now I want to go back and look and see.
had it been like an offensive lineman just
Yeah,
accidentally missed his assignment.
Yeah, yep.
People, if you don't think that shit happens, you are fucking wildly mistaken.
Yeah.
You are wildly mistaken. I wouldn't even be surprised if it was so obvious that the offensive lineman literally just stood straight up and said, there you go. Run free. You go ahead and do what you need to do.
Mm-hmm.
Because we don't give a fuck. We'll go with Flacco before we deal with this kid anymore. That's the crazy thing about it. This team would rather play behind Joe Flacco than Anthony Richardson. And to be completely honest with you, I would too if I was on the team. You don't get to quit on us and then think you're going to come back with, oh, yeah, you're good. You're fine, bro. Don't even worry about it. The fuck? Hell no. We're going to have a meeting. Your ass might be traded. Like we might have a serious discussion with you, because what you just did essentially set the franchise back. All that trust and everything that you were building up until this point, and you pulled the ultimate diva move. Like, I don't care what age you are or how good you think you are. Hey, Anthony Richardson, let me tell you something. You got drafted based off of your intangibles alone. Alone. That's it. It's the only thing you got drafted for. We can run the tape of you at Florida. That's fine. We'll run that tape I can run that shit all day and let everybody know how much of a scrub you actually are at quarterback. So you're going to sit here, be a high draft pick because a team decided to take a chance on your athletic ability instead of your football IQ. This is the result that we get. You draft players based off their intangibles and not by who they actually are and what they've actually done. This is where you come to fail. You haven't done shit at the collegiate level or at the pro level to be even close to having an attitude like this. Again, I don't give a fuck, tired or not. You throw up on the field like the rest of us. Hey, just don't step over there. You know, we're going to play through this. Just don't step over there.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I've seen linemen throw up, look at the defensive lineman and go, yep, you're right.
Oh, yeah.
I just did that. And now I'm about to come over here and beat your ass. I've seen that plenty of times. That as a former player, that shit pisses me off more than anything, because you cannot be trusted. I cannot rely on you to have my back when I need you to, because you have proven that when times get tough, you will break.
Yep. Give up.
You will not die for me the way I will die for you. So why in God's green earth would I give you the opportunity to come fuck with my livelihood? Because the quarterback is that important. You have a quarterback that sucks. Guess what? Jobs are on the line.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's job, players to coaches, is on the line. So if you got a quarterback doing this, you're now taking food off my family's plate. And I'll be damned if my family's going to go hungry because of your fucking ass.
Did he ever give an explanation on why he said he was tired?
That's it. That's all he said. He just said he was tired. Yeah, I was tired. I felt fatigued. And everybody's tired. Everybody's fatigued. This is a tough sport to play. Again, you don't just get to walk out. We're all here.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I saw that and I was like, you know what? Anthony Richardson, until further notice, you are definitely on the shit list. That is definitely a title that you would be given.
Mm-hmm.
And another one who's on the shit list, or at least my shit list, and I think we guys got to make a shit list fucking segment about it too. We're gonna have a bitch ass Hall of Fame. A may he rest in shit segment. I love that. I love the sound of that. Thank you, Prodigy. What the fuck is Nick Bosa think he's doing?
That's your
Did
night.
y'all see? Did you see what this dumb son of a bitch just did?
Yep.
Okay.
Trying to make America great again.
Hold on. Let's point out the obvious irony in this situation. Who was demonized and blackballed from the league for having a political opinion?
Yep. Sir Kaepernick.
Your former quarterback. You blackballed from the league for having a political opinion. And yet 9-7 runs free. And then this is how much of a bitch I know he is. And I know I'm saying it. He's on my team. I don't give a fuck. All right. This is how much of a bitch I know he is. When he was confronted about it at the press conference, I'd rather not speak on it.
Talk about it.
You don't want to speak on it now. You want to interrupt Brock Purdy's interview, Kittle's interview. You want to get in the middle of that to make your own noise, which made everybody in that interview uncomfortable right after it was done.
Mm-hmm.
Kittle had to fucking laugh that shit off. Brock was like, dude, what are you doing? And then the interviewer was like, Bosa making a loud statement. You made the situation awkward, and then you ran like a bitch, tucked tail between your legs when asked about it. And that's the thing that I hate about some of these cultists. And I'm gonna separate the cultists from the actual Republicans, because I know Republicans are actually decent people that don't agree with a lot of the shit that's going on. You're real good at talking shit. But when somebody wants to come back and give that back to you, all of a sudden, I would never. What? What do you mean? What? That's that sociopathic, narcissistic behavior right there. They're going to give you all the shit in the world, but as soon as you confront them, all of a sudden, you're the bad guy. That's the thing. Nick, with Bosa, his political opinion is his political opinion. Do I have respect for him for his political opinion? No, I don't. Has he been doing well on the field? Yeah, he has. Do I excuse that as from his personal behavior? No, I don't. But I know a lot of people who will. And I know a lot of people right now, those same people who were demanding Kaepernick's head are the same people that helped run Bosa's fucking jersey numbers up right after he did it. Because you know what that does. When you run up the jersey numbers and the financial sales, what's the league going to do? We're not going to do anything that's a detriment to our money. What? The NFL is thinking about making a decision or a disciplinary decision for Bosa. Oh, they're thinking about it.
I mean, me personally, I kind of wouldn't put it in like the same boat as Kaepernick, because did you not see LeBron posting about that he voted for Kamala and him endorsing her?
The whole and I see where you're going with that, and I would agree if that was the case. But the NFL made it a point to put it in the clauses and everything now to stay away from political points.
Oh, after Kaepernick or
Yes.
just now?
They have
wow.
they made it a point to try and stay away from politics now, because they know how much of a fucking minefield that is. But it's like, again, those same people that were saying shut up and dribble.
Mm-hmm.
You get paid millions of dollars. You don't get to say shit. Just play football. I want to watch football, not to escape politics, not to see politics. Those same fucking people are praising Nick Bosa this day.
Mm-hmm.
That's where the problem lies. That's where the hypocrisy lies in the whole thing. It's only bad when it doesn't make you feel good.
Yep.
Dub, what's up, Dub? How are you, sir? Hope you, I know you're back, but I'm glad you had safe travels. It was awesome fucking having you here, getting the content and all that stuff out while you were here. Appreciate you, sir. We'll get for, and then yes, the NFL has been paying the U.S. Armed Forces for all of the promotion that they do, the national anthem. Remember, we didn't start doing the national anthem until the Army and the military services started paying the NFL to do that. All of that, all of the ads, all of the salute to service, all of that other stuff, that's all paid for.
Yeah, we done that before, yeah.
That's all paid for. So that's where my problem lies into it. You can't sit here and tell me keep politics out of sports when it goes against something that you believe in. But then when something you believe in happens, all of a sudden it's okay. That type of shit just doesn't. You don't get to bitch because it doesn't work for you, and then be okay when it does and it screws somebody else. As long as it doesn't affect you, you're good. But most of those same people didn't even know the real reason on why Kaepernick was doing it. They were so stuck and hell-bent on my loved ones served in the military. Okay, well, thank you for their service. This is not what that's about. Matter of fact, it was a military member who told Kaepernick to take the knee. Because what did Kaepernick do before he was taking the knee? He sat on the bench. And then he had that conversation with that military member. I forget what his name was. I think he was a Army Ranger or Marine or something like that. Had a conversation with him and asked him, what should I do to protest? And he said, well, you know what military members do? Military members, for our fallen comrades, we take a knee for them. At their grave sites and everything, we take a knee for them. So do that. A military member told him to do that. and everybody's uproar was military, 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 military. Even though he flat out said this has nothing to do with the military. They just ran with that. That's just what they ran with.
Mm-hmm.
But now all of a sudden Nick Bosa comes on showing Make America Great Again during that interview, but was not wearing the hat during the press conference.
Mm-hmm.
You know, surprise, surprise.
Yeah, they're saying it's funny that we're talking about it because I was scrolling down IG and they're talking about it on Sports Illustrated. Basically, he may get fined, but the fine won't even happen until after election day. Like, so you find some of these cats right away, so now why you gotta wait to find them? I'm like, that just don't make no sense to me.
Yeah, that type of shit, that shit bothers me.
Yeah.
And now I got people, oh, that's your team, that's my team, not my guy.
Yeah.
Again, it's hard for me to separate, you know, for lack of a better, for this term, just, you know, for the generality of it, it's hard for me to separate art from the artist. For me as an individual, I hear people say that all the time, separating the art from the artist. Well, that art unlocked
Yeah, it's hard to do that sometimes. Yeah, like
that art unlocked this artist's ability to do that stupid shit.
mhm.
That art inflamed the ego to make them think that they can get away with it. That art backed them up. We disrespect the flag every day that they call in the fields during the national anthem against the code of conduct. I go to that all the time. When they put Trump over the American flag, or that's desecrating the flag, and they don't even fucking realize it. They call themselves patriots and real Americans, and they go and just shit on the flag every single day. That's what they don't understand. So it's just, all of this shit is just like, don't be a hypocrite and then get mad when people call you a hypocrite. You don't get to get upset with people for calling you out on your shit. This whole alternative facts era needs to fucking go. This whole this is my truth. This is like, no. What's the truth? The truth says this. So what you said is false. Therefore, I do not give a fuck. But everybody wants to be proven right. Nobody wants to be proven wrong. The U.S. flag on beer cans, napkins, paper plates, t-shirts. Yep, all of that. You should never wear the flag. The only thing that the American flag should be is just that. The flag. That is in
Yeah,
the
I heard
code of
it.
conduct.
Yeah, I heard that it's not supposed to be on anything else.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's the U.S. flag code of conduct. There's a certain way you fold it to put it away. There's a certain way you raise it for certain situations. Half mast.
So why
All
don't
that stuff.
companies get in trouble for that then? Like, why isn't Budweiser and all of
Because
them like?
because it's not. It's kind of like the unwritten rules of baseball. They're not actually rules. They're not anything that's actually imposed by like fines or jail time. It's one of those, we know it's not a written law, but you shouldn't do it. But because we're such a capitalistic country, we just kind of, well, if we're not going to get jail time or anything for it, hey, people can disrespect. We're going to take advantage of their stupidity in our sales of this stuff. Like that's really all it is. beyond military uniforms, police uniforms, and so basically, the first responders and stuff like that. That's it. That's the only place it should be. It shouldn't be on a T-shirt.
That's crazy.
With a roaring,
it's everywhere.
There shouldn't be a T-shirt with the American flag with a roaring eagle and an AK or a fucking AR-15, blasting off. There shouldn't be, trucks that are decked out in American flags and eagles and all this other with stuff over the flag. These flags that are Blue Lives Matter, the all black with the blue line and everything, that's disrespectful. That's desecrating the flag. All of the only thing that the flag is for is just that, being the flag and the representation of what the country is. We have people in this country who are literally turned off by the sight of the American flag because of what's been going on in this country. So again, the hypocrisy of everything, the yeah but ism of everything, the whole, when you give them a fact about who it is that they're talking about or who it is that they like, okay, yeah, but what about this person and what they did? No, we're not talking about that person. We're not talking about what they did. We're talking case by case basis. We're talking about who you're going for and what they've done. Oh, you don't believe it? Everybody, they're all just after him? Okay, you've now stepped into the line of what I like to call a cultist. You are now giving blind faith into a human being who historically does not give a fuck about you. I don't know. I don't know how dumb you could be to really not see that. Like, has the American education system failed us that bad?
Hey, I mean, these kids, half these fools ain't got education these days. They just do what they do to get by. School ain't the same no more.
Have you seen the grading scale?
Nah.
Oh my God, Matchsticks! You and I don't know what your grades were like. I don't know what your grades were like, but the grading system, the way it is, motherfucker, I'd be a 4.0 student.
Y'all know the Sac Unified School District doesn't allow kids to get Fs anymore?
Damn, they just because they got that law. It's like nobody get left behind. So they got that rule. Nobody get left behind. So you can be the dumbest motherfucker and you graduating.
We need to stop teaching and if you failed at something,
then you failed.
You failed at it.
To me, it's basically like that participation trophy. You get a trophy, you get a diploma just for going to school, whether you pass or not. You get a diploma.
So you're telling me I can just show up to school, not do a goddamn thing, and I'll get a D and still graduate?
Hey, you showed up. I mean, shit, you get 200 points just for spelling your name right on the SAT. So
I think to get an A, 80% and above was an A. Where 80% to 90% when I was going to school was a B.
Yeah, 80 to 90 was a B. Yeah, you had 90 and above.
C's were in the 70s, D's were in the 60s, F's were in the 50s and below.
Yep.
The F's are 20 and below now. And like EJ just said, F's don't exist in some schools.
That's wild.
We have basically turned the younger generation into a falsely entitled generation.
Well, Trump talking about he gonna get if he get rid of one of the things he want to do is get rid of the education system. I'm like, that's where you can fucked up already. Like the shit he be saying is just I don't even want to get into politics on here, but he's done. You know where I stand with him. So fuck him.
But it's involving the politics is involving the sports. That's why we're talking about it. That's why it's an actual. This is why people are outraged. This is why people are.
He get the ultimate bitch assness a year award until he just can't run no more. He just always gonna be a bitch ass, along with his followers.
top of the list on that one.
Top level, yep.
You know, once again, appreciate you guys watching live on the JAFFOs TV YouTube channel. And if you're not seeing it live, you're seeing the replay on the Mike and Colby Sports Network on Roku and Fire TV. And if you're watching on Mike and Colby Sports Network and you want to catch the live, go ahead. Once again, go subscribe, hit the reminder bell, and be a friend, tell a friend about JAFFOs TV on the YouTube. To be able to get us in the algorithm, get those numbers up, get that money flowing, and get you guys the great content that we know you guys love. Help build that Jaffa army. Build together, grow together. That's just what we do here. But here's my question: why is the meaning of not giving? Dub, do you want to be on? We can give you a link, sir. To be able to, like, I want to hear what Deb has to say because he's going off on paragraphs in the comment section. Yeah, EJ, do me a favor, send him a link. If he wants to hop in, he can hop in. If he, I mean, you know, but yeah, send him a link so he can get in on this conversation too. You know, because again, it's let's see, giving him the same treatment about his slurred speech and the way he's looking and acting the same way they did when Joe Biden before Biden dropped out. Media, no, 100%. The dude. This is why I say I think there should be an age cutoff.
He can't even remember the election day. He was quoting the wrong date. I'm like, now all of a sudden, you know, I think he talking about somebody cheating already. I'm like, here we go with this bullshit again.
He's already getting to the cheating ahead of it so that he looks like, oh, maybe they are.
Ain't nobody cheating. His ass ain't finna win. I highly doubt he's finna win. There's many people that don't like Harris. I just don't see him beating her. Just nobody
I said that the first time he won. I have no trust.
Yeah, no.
In the general public, in their way of thinking and how I have no trust in it. I really don't. You know, that for people to make, you know, again, I'm not going to sit here and tell anybody what to do because the facts are in front of you. The facts are the facts. And if you choose to look away from it, when shit goes south, that's on you.
Yep.
When shit goes south, you can't blame nobody but yourself. You're the one who went to the polls and voted for this. So you now get to live with the consequences.
I feel like anybody who voted for him got blood on their hands for January 6th.
Yeah.
Talking about the day of love. You got motherfuckers that died. You talking about it's a day of love. Like, fool. Like, go somewhere with that.
It's just tone deaf. There isn't an understanding on what real people go through.
Yeah.
Why? Because he's never gone through that life. He was born with a silver spoon in his mouth and a purple robe.
Yep.
He doesn't know what anybody in normal life goes through. He does not know what the three of us go through.
Well, that's funny. Like, you were born with a silver spoon, but yet you still went bankrupt. How many companies have you bankrupted?
But like, he's born with a silver spoon, but he has enough money backing in his trust funds and everything like that to be able to say, all right, cool, I'll just make another one. Just continue to take advantage of the taxes and continue to, you know.
Like, you bankrupt and shit, you can't try to say this man a good businessman. Like,
anybody who bankrupts a casino, I can't trust in business. I just can't.
Yeah, nah.
A casino, people literally give you money at a casino, and you went bankrupt. You like people. I love the comedians. Like, people walk into this casino, give you their money, and then they walk out of the casino, and then come and do it again tomorrow. Just walked into the door. Send it. Yeah, send him the link, sir.
It's sent.
But it's just a lot of. My whole thing has always been the truth is there. It's right in front of you. If you can't see the truth, or you choose not to see the truth, or you see the truth and just decide, fuck it, I'm going to believe something else, then I'm sorry. You don't get to bitch about anything that happens. If anything that happens to you goes wrong and you can't blame anybody but yourself, you can't look in the mirror and go, hey, you know what? I might have fucked up. The amount of entitlement with the same lack of accountability is crazy nowadays. It's crazy. People will say the dumbest shit with a straight face. True. Like they will literally look at you, say something that is just absolutely asinine, and say it with a straight face like they're the smartest person to ever live. And then when you call them out on it and you give them the facts on why they're wrong, all of a sudden they're being attacked. All of a sudden they're attacking your intelligence. All of a sudden they're you can't argue with stupid. Stupid will always be stupid. There's no dealing with that. We're so caught up in wanting to argue with stupid that we've given stupid a platform to inspire more stupid.
Mm-hmm.
We're giving the dumb ones the ability to make millions of dollars off their stupidity. We have made the jesters of the court our heads of the court.
Yep.
Like that that's crazy shit. That is crazy shit how we've gotten to this society. How we've gotten to this point in time. You know, because again, it's just. Have any of you guys seen the movie Idiocracy? No. If you watch the movie Idiocracy, it is what we are going through right now. I think it's a early '90s, mid '90s movie. Maybe late '90s. I could be completely wrong on it. It's what's going on right now. The dummies took over and now they're running things. You know, that's what's going on. But the dummies are smart enough to make the real dummies go, oh yeah, they're smart.
How did Trump even get into politics?
Trump? How did he get into
Because
politics?
ain't he like a businessman or something like that?
Oh, well, technically, he's done, real estate, media. He has a failed university. He's done The Apprentice on TV. That was a really big show. That's really what kind of really gave him his push. But to get into the politics, I mean, knowing what politics is, that's a never-ending stream of cash flow and information. You know, if you are in the government, you know where everything goes at all times. You know where the business is going. You know where the stocks are heading. You know where all of that shit is going. It's a never-ending stream of cash. It's a never-ending stream of power. And we're talking about an individual who craves cash and power. And what better thing to do for the unlimited source of cash and power than the president of the United States? And then if he does what he's literally outwardly has said, if he comes through with it, this is a different country. We may not be able to talk about what we're talking about right now. If he has it his way. Yeah, so
do you really think all that stuff will really come to pass? Because I mean, think about what happened the first time around, though.
The reality, but it ain't for lack of trying. I'll tell you that. He idolizes individuals that we should be, really trying to, not be associated with. But again, like people, most of it, people was like, "Oh, the economy was great." The economy, the way it is now, is because of what he did. They're just not seeing that. There's the temporary fix, but then, but people nowadays are not looking at it for the moral aspect of everybody. What's best for the country? What's best for all of us? People nowadays are more into what's best for me and what's best for mine. Whatever can put more money into my pocket, that's what I want to happen. But a lot of the things that are said they're just empty promises. But again, you look at U.S. history, we're full of empty promises. Just ask the Native Americans. So it's a touchy subject for a lot of people, but it's a subject that could be easily dealt with and fixed if people just stop being, so it's okay to be a little selfish. I mean, you got to do what's right for you. Honestly, you got to do what's right for you and your family. I'm not saying don't do that. I'm not saying that there's a little bit of selfishness that you can't need to have. Like, hey, I need to do this so that me and my family can eat. I get that, but when the village falls as a whole, you're not going to have the opportunity to do that anyway, because the whole village is fallen. You ain't got nowhere to go. So when you're trying to make sure that the village as a whole is ran properly so that you could be able to do what you can do for yourself and your family, but doing it in the right way, that's where the crossroads come in. Because there's a lot of people in this country that they don't give a shit who they step on. They don't care whose backs they have to stab. They don't care about any of that. All they care about is the cash flow. A lot of these people risk years and years in jail. I asked somebody one time, what would you rather be, a white collar criminal or a blue collar criminal? He said a white collar criminal. I said, why? He said, because one, you could do your white collar crime for more years, for a longer period of time, and the sentencing is less, way less, significantly less. Even though you've screwed over thousands, if not millions, of people's livelihoods. So that's where they would rather put somebody who has murdered one person away for life than somebody who has destroyed millions of lives. Not to say that person who took that one life isn't deserving, but I think the person who fucked over a lot, millions of people should probably get a little taste of the chair as well. There's morality in certain things. That's just my opinion, though. People are going to disagree. That's okay. That's fine, as long as we're not, off out here killing. We can have a healthy conversation about shit. That's all that's really necessary. As long as the conversation can be healthy. But Matt Six, I mean, you of all people have been one, a social leader in the community. You've been an activist, as well as being the greatest DJ of all time. From what you've seen, because I can really only speak for what I've seen, and I know you've seen more than me. I've been on the lines with you, but you've been on way more fronts than I have. So from what you've seen, how does all of this kind of resonate with you, and as a community leader, how do you go to rectify that?
Well, for one, they all delusional as fuck because any protest we was doing had to do with George Floyd, so it had nothing, excuse me, had nothing even to do with politics. So why y'all coming out on all these Trump flags when we, protesting like the police, police brutality and injustice, and y'all are here flying y'all Trump flags? That's just gonna show how stupid y'all are. Y'all just dumb as fuck, basically.
Yeah.
So yeah, it had nothing to do with politics. Like the whole time I was protesting, had zero to do with politics. Not one thing had to do with politics. It was all about injustice, police brutality, watching a man being murdered. Basically cold blood. I mean, I murdered him in cold blood. Watching this dude be murdered, and that's what we out there protesting. And y'all show up, and so they're just delusional. Like, I just don't get it. I never got it why they would always show up to stuff. Any protest we did, it was either them, the Proud Boys, and it just had nothing to do with none of them. So I don't understand.
When we did that one, it is something like, they came, oh, the all lives. It's like, understand that that's true, but they're talking about what's going on in their community.
Yeah,
what's
right now,
happening
in the community, yeah.
Now, they're not saying it doesn't happen to you. And hey, since it does, maybe we can work together to end it as a whole for all of us.
Yeah, but do it really happen to them? I mean, if it does, the news never portrays it. You always see that's the
where,
problem. Media never
that's
shows
the
that
problem
part.
of the whole thing. I think it does. I think a lot of police officers, and I know there's good ones, but I'm sorry if the good ones see something bad and don't do anything about it, you now have become a bad.
Mm-hmm.
But what I've seen is it's an ego thing. It's that ability to have control over what happens to someone's livelihood.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Some of these police
That's insane.
You damn right.
Yeah, it's
You
a
damn
power
right.
trip. Yeah, it's
a
a
power trip.
They got the power there. Nothing you can do about it, really. You do anything, then you're going to die.
You see
they're going to
cases
justify it.
You see cases like this all the time. You have cops that have rap sheets. You have cops that have a list of complaints against them. They've been written up. They've been they've been suspended without pay. They've had all of this shit happen. But all that happens is they get transferred to another place.
Yeah, they go to another department, another city, and reapply.
Suspended on leave with pay.
Mm-hmm. With pay.
Well, fuck, he's on vacation.
Why y'all do a bullshit ass investigation and come back with the same result every single time?
It was the whip pay be killing me. I'd be like, bro,
like,
bro, like you didn't do nothing.
Yeah,
So it's like it's there should have been. But again, that's what I'm saying. Where certain media outlets have done the country an injustice. They haven't been giving us the truth because they're being paid by the people that are paying them, whether it's the right or the left. So, and it's all a smear campaign. That's all it is. One side will never have anything good to say about the other, no matter how good the policy is, no matter what good thing just happened. They're always going to find some sort of way to bitch and complain about it.
Mm-hmm.
That's just there's no sense of working together as a team. How do we come out and fix what the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
How can we be able to have disagreements without being at each other's throat? How could we be able to, that might not work. Okay, well, if that doesn't work, what do you got? Well, I got this. Well, how does everybody else think about that? All right, well, we got a little bit more. Let's keep going down the line until we can think of it. We'll take good ideas from every person we'll put it together and we'll come up with a solution. But there is none of that. Like I said, it's all people want to be proven right, and then they want the glory of it. They want to be able to say, oh, yeah, I'm the one who put that into place. Because then that means re-election for them. And then that means more money. The longer that they're in Congress, the more money that they're going to be making, as a whole. So
That's probably why Trump did them stimulus checks.
I mean, whoever didn't think that we were going to get taxed up the ass to get that money back afterwards, whoo, I hope those TVs look good in your studio apartment with your 4 kids, and just I hope these stimulus checks and stuff like that worked out, because you're going to have to give it right back.
Oh yeah.
So it's a whole thing that it's just as complicated as people make it seem. There's really pretty simple solutions. It's just people are too greedy and ego driven to want to kind of take that step. And again, we idolize people, and we put, idiots and troublemakers and, people who do stupid shit and bad shit. They're making millions because people are watching. We used to be able to, the village idiot just say, yeah, we know where the village idiot is at. Let's stay away from the village idiot. Now we've given the village idiot a platform. So yeah, add him in. Well, if he's in here, add him in.
Dub.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Dub.
The many names and the many voices of many programs, now back in Vegas, now at home. One of the all-time greats of the All Pro Jaffo family, Mr. Dub Alvarez. How are you, sir? He's got a delay, isn't he? This is my, Can you? I can't hear him at all.
He's muted.
Yeah.
Oh, he's still muted. Nope, still nothing.
Something
You're still muted.
It's got to be a connection problem or something. Yeah, he'll get back into it. We always find back to the Vegas and back to the same old connection McDonald's Wi-Fi. That's what we, he's pissed because he can't say anything to defend himself. I'll stop until his mic starts and then. But I mean, Mad Six, you've been, again, I've said you've been on the front lines and everything. Like, from what you were doing back then, have things gotten worse?
Now it's actually been like everything's been chill. Like lately, like you haven't really heard of anything. Like, I mean, you hear like little minor things, but nobody's really been out there, on the front lines protesting or nothing right now. I have a feeling after this election, it's gonna get ugly for a minute. Either way it goes, I think it's gonna get ugly for a second. Nobody's gonna be happy either way it goes. But yeah, so we'll see. We can just stay locked and loaded, ready. Stay ready at all times to get that call, and it's always boots to the ground. I keep the vest in the garage and
get that call. What call are you talking about?
Boots on the ground.
Oh,
when you gotta hit them front lines to get out there, and
I'm not going to war.
I'm talking about hitting that pavement. I'm talking like protesting. Yeah,
Mad Six is a soldier.
Now I get out there and protest. I'm on the front line. I'll be out there on the front line, vested up. Got the thing in the vest, so just in case things pop off, boots.
And you've had people, get in your face and shit before.
Oh yeah, no, I've gotten assaulted out there. I got assaulted by that one dude. The one you guys came to That one time we was out there in Roseville before you guys got there, I got assaulted by that dude.
Oh yeah.
As soon as we got there, yeah. And they was there to protect the church. You know, the church that we was burning down that day. You know,
Oh, y'all burned down a church that day? I missed that
Yeah.
on the news.
yeah, that's what we were supposed to burn down Destiny that day. That's what
Y'all
the
burned
blog
down
put
a
out.
church.
That's what the blog put out that morning. Some blogger that morning before the protest, I wake up and got an article that we was planning on burning down the church. And so when we get there, and I was the first person to get there, there was already about 200 counter protesters there, all Trump flags. Like, this ain't got nothing to do with y'all, and we ain't even nowhere near the church. So I reached out to the pastor and, you know, talked to him, and then, you know, things just kept evolving from there. You know, and then we finally did start protesting the church. You know, he want to incite riots out there, so we're gonna go knock on the devil's door. You know, try to hit us with a restraining order, and you know that failed. You know, it was temporary. They dropped it, and now up until this coming Monday, you get to see my face on the billboard for the past 3 weeks in front of your church. So when you go to church every Sunday, you can sit there and wait till next year. Oh, you just wait till next year. That same billboard is going to be a solo.
I can't wait for that full circle moment.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I can't wait for that. So
It's going to be right there, me.
Even this one, I was just like, this is perfect.
Yep.
I mean, this just, everything about this just screams Mad Sticks petty.
And a lot of people thought we was gloating because they didn't know the whole story behind it. When you tell them the whole story behind it, they're like, oh, like there was a whole story behind, you know, why that billboard was placed there. So you got to know the history behind why that location was chosen. So
don't make it up, people. Go to the source.
Yep.
Dub, are we good?
My fellow Americans, can you hear me?
There we go.
He is. Yeah.
America.
I just came to say that you are blinding idiots if you don't understand what the Wall Street Journal just put out given about the economy here in the United States of America. But you know, what in the hell do I know? I don't know a doggone thing. But when you have known economists and the Wall Street Journal talking about the American economy is the envy of the world, I don't know what drugs you are smoking, but obviously it's some very bad drugs, because the fact of the fact of the matter is, see, here's what I don't understand. And again, I am far from trying to tell somebody about politics because I despise everything that there is to a T. But I must say, my grandfather, God rest his soul, would be so proud of me because this is the most I have ever in my life paid attention to politics. It's just asinine. Because, I mean, here's the thing. For those cult followers that say, well, when he was in office, the economy was all right. Jackasses, do you realize that was the economy that he inherited from
Obama.
the previous administration?
Yep. Yep.
Okay, keep in mind, the stock market right now is at an all-time high under the 82-year-old man that, yes, has a stuttering problem, and yes, sometimes look like he has something wrong when he's twitching, but when it all comes down to it, they might not want to give him credit, but stock market's at an all-time high. Consistent job growth continues to keep rising up high. So whomever of these two candidates takes the oath on January the 20th, 2025, they will be inheriting a very good economy. Now, I will say this. Don't be like George W. Bush, or George Walker Bush, as I like to say. Don't be like him, because when he took the office, the jackass inherited a surplus from, I did not have sexual relations with Miss Lewinsky. Instead, I was getting some suck on me time in the Resolute desk in the Oval Office. But when I left, I gave that dumb ass a surplus and he messed it all up. But nonetheless, good to see you guys. I miss you guys already.
Oh,
yeah.
I mean, however many
Miss
times
you
that
too,
you can
cousin.
come back and that we can get to you, we will do as much as possible. That was a good time. That was fun.
Yes, indeed it was.
Bringing us to something fun. Mad Sticks, given that pretty much all of our worst nightmares have been, or as Giants fans and are now kind of realized for this World Series. Sir, can you now please give the people your bitch ass Hall of Shame award for this week?
Although I am a Giants fan, I still got to give it to the Yankees fan for trying to take Mookie Betts' arm off during the game. There's just some things you just don't do. Yeah, you reaching for the ball. Yeah, you may say it came over the wall, but you holding on to this man's arm. He like up in the air. You could have seriously injured this dude. And you know they probably care less because they're Yankees fans, so they can care less. But at the end of the day, whether you like a team or not, you got to respect these players, and that's why you got your ass banned. And hopefully they ban you from any other game going forward for doing. Him and his buddy need to be banned. So for that, you get the bitch assness Hall of Shame award for this week. Yeah.
But I will say, kudos to Major League Baseball and kudos to the Yankees because those tickets they gave it to a person that's battling pediatric cancer, I believe, and that family got those seats for Game 5. So kudos to MLB for doing that.
Okay.
But still, screw the Dodgers all day, every day. But hey, took y'all 36 years to finally do it in the full season. So hey, have at it. But
damn, has it been that long?
yeah, well, remember when they won in 2020, that wasn't even half a season. But you know, some fans are gonna claim it no matter what. That's just how it is. Yes, in the record books, it will say yes, they were recognized as the world champion. But look, there are some people that will never give the 2020 Dodgers credit. There are some people that will never give the 98-99 Spurs credit because it was in a 50-game season. Some people will never give the 82 Redskins credit because it was a strike-shortened 9-game season. Because, okay, I'll say it like this. If you think Michael Jordan won a championship in a shortened season, do you think he would claim that as competitive as he is? No, he wouldn't.
Nah.
Neither would Kobe. It's like, no, it was, you know, like you say, Matt, it was a participation trophy, for lack of a better term. But here's the thing. Unfortunately, I had no horse in the race because I disliked the pinstripes, and of course, we all dislike the team in blue. This really was the lesser of two evils in the World Series. As much as I can't stand the Yankees, I hate the Dodgers more. But here's what people don't understand about the World Series in Major League Baseball. What you do the worst always shows up in the World Series. Now, what you did to get to the dance always shows out. But what you do the worst in a World Series always comes into fruition. And when it comes to fundamental defense, the Yankees were horrible. And it showed. I go back to Game 5. I go back to the 5th inning to where the Dodgers tied the game. Now, yes, the Aaron Judge error in center field on a routine line drive fly ball. I'm nowhere near in baseball shape, but I would have caught that. And Lord knows I did not make it to Major League Baseball. I was a pretty good ball player, but not good enough to make it to the big leagues. However, we're not talking about that error if Garrett Cole does not have a mental lapse and not attempt to run to first base and cover first base on that ground ball by Mookie Betts. Because if Cole gets there and Betts is out, it is still that first off, Betts would have been out number 3, and the score still would have been 5-0, not 5-1. Then obviously Freeman comes up, MVP of the World Series, 2-run single. It's 5-3. Then sack fly, 5-4. Then another base hit. Then all of a sudden, your 5-run deficit that you built and Garrett Cole was dealing up until that 5th inning changed everything. Now look, I can't stand the bastards in blue. Damn them. I hope they never win the World Series in my lifetime. But those bastards earned it. They were by far the better team, better than the Yankees. And the fact that they did this with practically no starting staff, they really only had 3 starts because the rest of their starting staff was injured, per se. And not to mention, I think Max Muncy went hitless. I think Will Smith had like maybe 2 or 3 hits. Like, realistically, the only people hitting in this series for the Dodgers was Betts, Freeman, and Teoscar Hernandez. Because Ohtani didn't do a damn thing in this World Series. Now, granted, he was limited because he hurt himself in Game 2. But the fact that here's the thing. You pay $1 billion for 2 people, you better win the World Series, or you will never hear the end of it.
Oh yeah.
Seriously.
That's just what it is. But also, okay, every fan base in every sport has them. But Los Angeles, we do not need to recreate the 1992 LA riots like it's Rodney King all over again. Why are we burning down a bus?
I never get why they do that. Then you had a cat that blew his hand off with a firework.
Yes.
I saw that.
Yeah. I'm
I
like,
saw
y'all
that.
tripping.
So
I
now,
was like, you don't. This is why I say certain fans don't deserve championships. It's because of stupid shit like this.
so now you will walk around for the rest of your life, hands like the penguin, like Jean-Pierre Paul did, because Jean-Pierre Paul did the same doggone thing. Like,
Mm-hmm.
okay,
Well, I don't fuck with fireworks.
It's not the Olympic torch.
Look, guys.
Okay,
Bang.
this is okay. What just happened to you? Like it does in a Rambo movie. This is real life. That's a movie. That's special effects. You ain't got no hand no more. Like you just went to go fight in Vietnam. What is wrong with you?
Yeah.
That was a big ass firework he had too. That was literally grenade size. The firework that gentleman had, and now he no longer has fingers and a nub now.
He will never be able. He will never be able to beat his meat ever again if he uses
Well,
his left hand.
You can be ambidextrous at this point in certain situations.
Look at Cuz's face.
Better hide your baby oil.
Stop it. Stop it.
See, it's just, I don't understand that either. The destruction of property in celebration of a victory has always been the weirdest thing for me. I don't understand. I can understand celebrating. You know, everybody, you know, like a parade, everybody going out into the streets and celebrating with each other, but burning shit down, flipping cars, burning down buses, blowing off hands. This is all unnecessary.
And even the Nike store where all that took place, even the Nike store, they had already boarded up their windows just because they knew something like this would happen. And it still got vandalized.
Yep.
Like I don't get fans. And again, every fan base has them. It sucks. But come on now. I mean, really?
I mean, that's just
Makes no sense to me at all. None sense.
I mean, sometimes the things that don't make sense at all are the things that, I guess, to everybody else's perception, it is completely acceptable.
Yes, hence like one presidential candidate that likes to degrade women, but that's here nor there.
Yeah, that's it's just a whole. We're in a weird time. Yeah, we're in a weird time. We're in a weird time right now.
That we are, my friend. That we are.
How y'all think Tuesday gonna go for real, or Wednesday? Like honestly, like, do y'all think it's really gonna go up?
Going what?
It's going some shit gonna go down Tuesday after this election. Once you find out the winner, it's more likely it's gonna be like closer to Wednesday before we really find out the true thing. But you're gonna get some folks that's gonna not be happy. I think if she win, they gonna.
Here's what I really truly think, and I know they keep saying that the polls it's close and this and that, which you never believe the polls anyway. But this is my true belief, and I really, truly, honest to God, believe this. I really think she might win so convincingly that he really can't say it's big because here's the thing. If nobody else does, I guarantee you the high percentage of vote is going to come from the females.
The women, yep.
The women are going to do everything in their God-given ability to put that woman in office because here's the thing. Okay. Yeah, messing with people of color's rights, that's one thing here and there. But now you're messing with the suburban white women. Now you done made them mad.
Mm-hmm.
So now that you done made them mad,
ain't nothing worse than an angry Karen.
Now you about to full-fledged just but you just full-fledged made them mad and they about to storm to the polls and just take over. Okay.
I heard somebody on was it, I don't know if it was Fox or I know it was some right-wing channel. Dude said if my wife voted for her, I would look at it like as if she was having an affair and get a divorce.
Hey, bye.
Bye. You probably wasn't satisfying her anyway.
Yeah,
sir.
yeah. Yep.
He really said that?
He really said that.
Yeah, and I think it's not as close as they trying to make it out like it's a close thing. I think it's going to be a landslide. Yeah,
I kind of think the same thing, but again, I felt that way the first time.
Yeah, but it's different. It's different this time, though. It's different from that first time. Yeah, it's way different. He done too much, said too much since that first time that he done ruffled some feathers and did some things.
Then not to mention, you just made the island pissed off at you again.
Mm-hmm.
They were slowly turning away from what you did with Hurricane Maria. And okay, I'm sorry. I don't care who you are. There ain't no way in South fuck you don't know who's not going to be speaking on your behalf at a campaign rally that you're having. Miss me with that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you gonna tell me that you didn't know that Hulk Hogan was gonna have a malfunction trying to rip his shirt off at Madison Square Garden while he was saying that's Real American? Okay, you didn't know that comedian was gonna be up there and then disrespecting the island. Which, by the way, folks, if you don't know, Puerto Rico is a U.S. territory, which means they can vote in presidential elections.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So now.
I get a roaster and I get the comedian aspect, but there's a time and place for everything, and this was not the time nor the place.
Nah,
definitely that type of shit.
So now you just made a whole island mad. Not to mention one of the battleground states, Pennsylvania, very heavy in Puerto Rican population, especially in Allenstown, Pennsylvania. I'm just telling you. Pennsylvania is one of the key grounds to perhaps it might decide the election.
Mm-hmm.
Now you made some Islanders mad. Don't be surprised if that flips blue on November the 4th.
Yeah, it's the same state that he already talking about they cheating, ain't it? Ain't it Pennsylvania that he came out the other day talking about they cheating already, or what was that? There was somewhere he already claiming that they cheating, that it's rigged already.
I wouldn't be surprised if it was PA because he's always talking about PA. He's still trying to get in the thing about what happened in Georgia 4 years ago. I'm like, bruh, his ego could not handle the fact if he were to lose to a woman, let alone a woman of color.
He'll lose his mind.
Let alone
damn, holy shit.
And that's why I say it's gonna get wild, because he ain't gonna take that L lightly, and he gonna call on all his little minions to do what they did on January 6th, but it's going to be I feel like it's going to be a larger scale because you're going to have a whole bunch of ticked off people that, first of all, there's, like you said, a woman of color in office. That's the last thing they want to see. It was already bad with Obama, but now you got a woman in office and a woman of color. Yeah,
and a woman that's not scared to talk back.
Nope.
That throws them off completely.
Yeah.
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 That's a complete system malfunction for them. They don't
Yeah,
know how to
she ain't
handle it.
Betty do what I say and just sit there and take it. Nah.
And not to mention a woman of intelligence.
Mhm.
I mean, let's again. I'm not telling you who to vote for. All I'm just saying is do your civic duty. Get out there and vote if you have a vote. Because I know out here in the Silver State, early voting was the last night today. So, like I said, you got until the 5th to do it. But like I said, here's what it comes down to. You are going to vote for whoever matches up to your core values the most. That's how you vote. But here's the one thing that people you have to pay attention to. It's the people in your state. Learn about your congressman, your congresswoman, learn about your senators. That's who you need to pay attention to. Who from your state do you want to send to DC in the Capitol? That's what you need to pay attention to. Because here's what people also don't understand. The president can only do what the Congress and the House allows that person to do.
Yep.
Why do you think a lot of these congressmen are career congressmen and don't even make the attempt to try and become president? Because there's more power in Congress than there is in the presidency.
Yep. Yeah, he's still got a lot of
Why
people
do you think Mitch
President
McConnell has been there since 1902?
I'm like, that man got to answer to people. He don't just get to do what he wants to.
You can only veto so much.
Mitch McConnell looks worse than Joe Biden.
There's a lot of people that look worse off than Joe Biden. There needs to be a full on, but again, certain laws are never going to be passed because they vote on their own terms. They vote on their own jobs.
They need to put a law in that you can't run if you got felonies. We can't vote if we got felonies, but you can run if you got felonies.
Did you see that video of that guy who named off all of the people, and he said, he's like, you guys let me know whether you think it's the NFL or the NBA, and he listed off a bunch of people.
Oh yeah, all the people that got
penalties.
felonies.
He's like, the answer is none of them. This is all the people in the U.S. Congress.
That's in the Congress. Yep.
And everybody went like, oh shit.
Oh, it's real.
We've got con people in this bitch.
Yep. Now we know. We are smart enough to know they all lie. We know this. We're not dumb.
Are we, though? We are. But are we?
My friend, that remains to be seen.
That's where it's like, I can understand. Again, we can have intelligent conversations about reality. It's when you talk to a cultist, and I want to say this: you can be a cultist to your party as well as your person. Okay, so this goes for people who are extreme left, taking shit out of control. There's a central thing we need to be able to take good from both sides and run that shit right down the center, but also come to the realization that there may be two wings, but there's only one bird. They're all going for really the same thing. It's just a different way of doing it and saying it.
Oh, that will preach.
It's a different color. That's all it is.
That will preach. The doors of the church are open. Is there one? You can come by letter. You can come by experience a candidate for baptism. Is there one?
At the end of the day, that's all it is. But you got to do, and I think again, people got to start going back to, we need to rebuild the village.
Absolutely.
Having everybody being able to look out for each other, being able to, and I know there's not a whole lot of people to trust, but that's why I say there's a rebuilding that needs to happen in society. There's a whole relearning period, really.
That was my whole thing. Like when we were protesting, like at the end of the protest, like we recorded everything, so I would go back and watch videos. and see like who was kind of their leader, and like reach out to that person, like, hey, let's sit down and have a conversation. Let's see, what the differences is, where we can meet in the middle. They never wanted to do that though. They always, it was never. It's like, hey, Leslie, we both out here. You got your say, I got my say. Let's see. I guarantee, like, if we was to really sit down and talk, we probably got the same common goal. But the other side never wanted to do that. It was always, something. So
that's where the
hey.
unfortunate part of the whole thing kind of comes in.
Mm-hmm.
And ladies and gentlemen, I know we're kind of veering off, but like we've already talked about before, this is going to be one of those shows that from here on out, whatever is going on, like whatever it is that we can talk about, it's like, yes, like it. Why are we talking about politics and what shit that's going on? Well, because politics invaded our territory of sports, so now we got to talk about it. And we have an individual here who has been on the front lines and knows what that shit is all about, who's dealt with shit, firsthand, to be able to kind of talk about this shit. And
Nicholas Jonathan Bosa, damn you.
Yeah, he didn't, again, he made it about him. He didn't have to make it about him. And then when they asked him about it, he ran like a punk and said, "Oh, I don't want to talk about it." Well, now you don't want to talk about it. Okay. Like it's that type of shit. It's just when you come into sports where your side has constantly said, and we're going back to this, your side has constantly said, keep politics out of sports. Stop talking. Shut up and dribble. Stop talking about politics. And then when somebody from your side goes on and says something about politics, you're all of a sudden okay with it. The hypocrisy is crazy, is what we're trying to say. Like, it is absolutely insane the amount of walking contradictions we have in this country. It's crazy. And how we're not seeing that as a whole is pretty insane. But like again, like you said, Matt Sticks, everybody's willing to talk, but nobody's willing to pack a lunch.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody wants to talk their shit, but then they don't want any resistance. Everybody just wants to vent. They don't want to actually have a conversation. They just want to vent.
Mm-hmm.
They don't want to compromise.
No, they want to get what they feel out so they can finally feel heard about what they feel is going on. But then they don't want anybody to tell them, hey, your feeling about that is wrong. Everybody's all up in feelings now. Now is not the time to be able to get into, and I'm talking about fucking everybody. Everybody can on both sides, because one side calls the other side a snowflake while at the same time being the biggest snowflakes of them all.
Mm-hmm.
It's again, it's the pot calling the kettle black. It makes no sense. The irony, there's no reason why it should be happening, yet it's happening. So we've got to figure out the solution, and constantly sitting there insulting each other's intelligence, making each other feel bad about whatever personal shit is going on. Instead of talking about the facts of the situation, you want to take it personal because you're losing the fucking debate. Instead of taking what's being told to you, because you're so steadfast in your belief, you are unwilling to change and take that information and be able to run with it.
Mm-hmm.
That's a you problem. That's not anybody else's problem. And then when you sit there and get proven wrong, Marquise, what's up? What's going on? Appreciate you, bro. Yes, sir. All is blessed. There's a lot of cool things happening for this show pretty soon. So we love what's going on. Appreciate it. Be a friend, tell a friend, ladies and gentlemen. If you guys are watching JAFFOs TV, YouTube channel, also Facebook and Twitch. And then if you can't catch the live, go ahead and catch it on the Mike and Colby Sports Network on Roku and Fire TV. And if you're on Roku and Fire TV and you want to catch us live, don't fret. Go to JAFFOs TV on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch to be able to catch the live shows every Tuesday and Friday at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. We have myself, JP. We have EJ Wizzle, DJ Madsticks, and from the Mizzle and Dub Show, other side of the ball, talking ish with Mizzle, Dub, and Chris, the voice of the A7 NFL West. I can go on and on and on because this man is one of the hardest working men in the business, Mr. Dub Alvarez. Some of y'all are going, why are you guys talking politics? This is a sports show. Yeah, nope. Well, there's some people in sports who made it about politics.
Because it's our goddamn show. We can talk about what we want to talk
You
about.
goddamn right. That too. We already said we're going to make this about factual shit. We will talk about sports because sports is the primary. Like, that's what we love to talk about. It's fun. We love covering it. But when real shit is happening, people need to understand and hear real shit. You know, they not all this bullshit that you hear out in with the talking heads and stuff like that. Now we're trying to give you what the real stuff is, or at least what we think it is. Now, if you don't agree, and if you think something else, is going on, feel free to hit the comments. We would love to be able to talk to you about it. We can have a civil conversation without
Hi,
being
Mizzle.
Now, Mizzle, what's up, sir? Now, once you get to the point where you start talking shit, best believe you are going to be absolutely roasted for your efforts. You will not stand a chance. It's not going to be pretty on your end, and you're just going to be made to look like a fucking fool. So keep it civil. We can talk about shit without being able to insult each other's intelligence and call each other or out of each other's names. But just understand, you come with it. Be prepared to take it. That's all I'm saying.
Be
So,
prepared.
you can't just be a dick and not expect a response. So just say it. But go ahead, please hit the comments, hit the subscribes, be a friend, tell a friend, let everybody know. JAFFOs TV, the All Pro JAFFOs. This is episode 276. Now getting closer and closer past the 3/4 mark to episode 300, which I want to find out like the dates of when it's going to happen first of all, because in my head it's playing out like it's the 300th episode will probably air on our 5-year anniversary as a show, if the timing that I'm thinking about it is right. So if the stars align, 300 will come on 5 years, which 2 milestones at one time would be a very nice thing to be able to do. But we'll keep you guys updated and posted when it comes to that. But people, it's a very crucial time. It's an uncomfortable conversation that people don't necessarily want to have. Every 4 years, people get more in their feelings about their political beliefs than ever before. And it's once again that time, like Deb says, to be able to get out there and do your civic duty as an American citizen and vote. Again, we're not telling you who to vote for. What you believe is what you believe. We may not agree with what you believe, but that's the beauty of this country. We can be that we probably relate to each other a whole hell of a lot more than what we don't. Finally, some professional. Yes. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. I really do. Some fucking professionals doing the goddamn thing the right way. I like it. But just being able to have those disagreements, but still be able to enjoy that. And that's why sports is one of those universal things that I think all of us, no matter what kind of disagreements we may have outside of it, Sports is something that we can.
JAFFOs for Senate.
They got my vote.
Bro, they would want us out of there so fucking fast. You don't even understand. They wouldn't even know what to do with us. They would not even know what to do with us there in Congress. I promise you. Yeah, that would be something that'd be a nightmare for every single politician in Washington. But yeah, it's do your civic duty, get out there, do what you got to do. Now, when it comes to the finalities of all of of this whole process, we call democracy. Whatever happens, don't let it get to anything outside of words.
Yes, please.
Please, that's all I ask. Like, fuck, I'm really, really tired of seeing the physical shit for dumb stuff.
Let it get outside of words.
Just keep. I mean, there are certain words I should just put out there that you should probably keep to your fucking self, and that will probably cause certain problems. But we got to get back to a point in time where we can all have uncomfortable conversations while at the same time being able to agree to disagree to, whatever, and still move on. And, I may not agree with everything that Mad Sticks or EJ or Dub or Mizzle or anybody else. I may not agree with everything. But once we have a disagreement, we're going to try and figure out a way to find ourselves in the middle. We're not going to let that type of shit, especially that little, being able to, come in between, family business, I should say.
Yeah, because just think about this. How many friendships and families have broken up because of disagreements about political party, which is asinine to me.
Mm-hmm.
And I really don't understand why. Why you gonna let something like that ruin years and years of camaraderie? For what? Like again, we can all agree to disagree. That's just a common finality of life. But at the end of the day, I still respect you as a human being. You still respect me as a human being. The friendship is not going to end because all friendships and families disagree.
Yeah.
But and like Missile says, we all are entitled to our own opinion. But just because we may disagree, I am not going to love you any less just because we might not agree on the same thing. Does not take away my love for you as a human being. So why are we doing this? For, as Ricky Waters said, for who, for what, why?
There's no. Yeah, it's we've gotten to a point now where we need to be able to kind of just fucking grow the fuck up. The high school drama bullshit. We need to leave that for the kids and let the adults, start making the real decisions that are going on, because this shit is just, it's pretty crazy. Common sense shit too. Shit that you would think like,
oh yes,
this is obvious, right? Like, obviously we should do it this way or do it that way. But nobody wants to agree purely on political stance. Not because it's the right thing to do or the wrong thing to do, but just because you are on the left or on the right, nope, don't agree. No matter how much of a dumbass you sound disagreeing and trying to make a counter argument for it, you will die on that hill because it's party over country to these people. Mentioning names, but there's the sports part that I watch where.
Will Franklin, I love you, buddy. I love you, Will.
Will Franklin, one of the very, very few referees that we will actually give the time of day to, because he is one of those that does not mind giving it back. So we would love hearing from Will. We'll appreciate you for
And now here comes Missile clapping back.
If you don't like it,
Change the channel.
change channel. Real simple, man. That's really good. I mean, that's what I was talking.
Oh.
You don't like it, change the channel. You don't like what you're hearing, change the channel. If that's how you make your living, that's how you make your living. That doesn't mean I have to listen to it. You know, I got my own life and my own peace that I want to take care of. Why would I stress myself out listening to your shit? You know, so it's like, but if you're gonna do you, I don't have to agree with it. You know, like, especially certain lines that get crossed, my opinions can get a little bit stronger of people. But other than that, if it doesn't affect me, you know, why do I care what you do behind closed doors in your own home? You know, what?
That part.
Why?
Like why you want them to be like, you know what? She did not go through the second trimester, so we're gonna have to go knock on their door, be like, guys, what's going on in here? What? No.
I hear so much of, oh, we're in the Matrix, we're living in a simulation, everybody's an NPC. Yet you're trying to get people to do exactly what you're doing. So in the process of complaining about NPCs, you want to create more NPCs. You don't want uniqueness in people. That's the thing about humans that makes us so unique, is the fact that all of us are different in some way, shape, or form. We all come from the same area. We all come from the same spot. But, you know, again, we all, there's certain small things that make us different, whether it's our personality or, you know, whatever it is that we do. But we have a whole hell of a lot more to actually agree with and be like on point with than to disagree with. And people hark on the disagreements more than anything. Even though they can be this small, people amplify it to friendship and relationship ending type shit. You know what I mean? I mean, certain people have certain boundaries and they're willing to only go so far when it comes to being and doing a certain things a certain way. You know, again, that's fine. But at what point, what needs to happen for all of us to be able to kind of fucking sit around and realize how stupid all of this is?
Conversation, but they don't want to have a conversation, so that's all it takes is the conversation to sit down, talk it out.
Oh damn! You
It's
know,
simple.
y'all know what today is?
November 1st?
No, well, more specifically, on this day 20 years ago, tragedy struck the Bay Area.
Care to elaborate for the people who don't know what you're talking about?
Well, unfortunately, on this day, we lost the great Andre Hicks, better known to all of us.
Oh yeah,
Mac Dre.
Mac Dre.
It's the 20th anniversary.
Mac Dre Day.
That's right. That was actually the first time me living in the area of San Jose, in the Bay Area that I lived in.
Mm-hmm.
I had only lived in that area for about a year or two. And when Mac Dre passed away, that was the first time I had ever heard about him. And then
A lot of people, that was the first time they heard of him. Now all of a sudden, everybody a Mac Dre fan. It's like I wasn't even.
I give credit to the ones who were fans before the death.
Yeah, no, it
But I'm
wasn't. It
not
wasn't
going
a
to sit
lot.
here
Like a
and
lot of
lie and
people.
act like I
Yeah.
knew who he was before that. I didn't know who he was until
Yeah, now a lot of people like after he died became fans, but didn't know who he was before.
But
That same
And I'm
thing like
not saying
Nipsey.
he
Like a
didn't
lot of
have
people
good
didn't
music. He
know.
had fucking good ass
A
music.
lot of
I'm
people
not
didn't
gonna
know
lie.
who Nipsey was until he died. Then everybody went to play his music like they've been these longtime fans. Like, man, y'all just
no, the
y'all
one
just
thing I can say, me along with Mizzle and many other people, that was there for that surprise visit by yours truly. A lot of us actually went to the public viewing in Fairfield that they had for Dre, and needless to say, there was a lot of herbal going on in the air on that particular evening in November,
Salute.
and it was sideshows and dancing on top of cars galore. Like I said, Mizzle was there. I mean, it a lot of us was. I mean, it was it for those of us that grew up. Obviously, for me, it's a lot of personal because obviously, me and him are from the same hometown of Vallejo, California, along with E40. Obviously, he was from the Crest. I mainly grew up in South Vallejo, but I also lived on that side because my other grandparents lived on that side. So it was, it was like Vallejo got straight kicked in the nuts, and the way it happened, the way it went down was a little shisty. Um, so
A lot. Mizzle was saying a lot of people who had beef
oh
with
yeah,
beef with it
yeah,
put this. So it was so.
it was
And,
it.
and this is why I'm trying to understand it a little bit more, because for me, I didn't hear about him until obviously after he died. But yet, and Matt Six just said that it was that way for a lot of people. So how does someone who I guess isn't being notarized as much when he was alive, you have that big of an impact that people are unaware of, to the
Well,
point where that type of shit is going down?
well, because Mac, I mean, for a lot of years, Mac Dre and E40 were strictly just underground people. They didn't want to be mainstream because that's
Mm.
just because they were about making sure that the soil, the Bay Area, and specifically Vallejo, they wanted to make sure that they was okay. That take care of, as it says
take care of home.
as it says in the Bible, charity starts at home, then spreads abroad. They wanted to make sure that home was taken care of first, and then once home was taken care of, then they could venture off and do other endeavors, and go tours and whatnot. I mean, and that's just how it is. Mainly with any artist from the Bay Area, they always want to make sure that home is taken care of because that's where that's where the support is. And like I said, you didn't hear a lot of Mac Dre being played on Wild 94.9 or at the time Wild 107 or on KMEL, but they were on CMC with Chuy Gomez. They were on other underground, stuff. I mean, Dre had Trill TV, putting out DVDs and stuff like that. I mean, the man did a whole album from the phone in jail.
In jail, yep. Yep.
Spitting bars on a collect call in prison while the studio engineer is mixing it. And you wouldn't even know that he's in jail.
I'm not gonna lie, that's pretty impressive. That's pretty impressive. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Mizzle
So
just
how he died it?
Romper run.
He was in Kansas City on tour. And a lot of people still say to this day that he was set up.
Yep.
Because the man was launched out of his limo, and some say that his body went through the windshield.
From the inside out?
That's the story. I don't know if it's true or not, but a lot of people said that he was set up because you got understand, like a lot of Midwest people like Bay Area music. Okay. See, Mizzle has a little bit more insight than I do. So, like I said, setup. It was a setup.
So the manager didn't pay him, therefore they killed him because they couldn't pay him. Is that what I'm getting from that? Am I correct in that assumption? Reading that, or was there something like Mad Six? Were you hearing anything different at that time, or?
Not at the time. It wasn't a lot of information coming out. Besides that,
This
van
is all
pulled
new
up
to me. I
alongside.
just heard that he died. I didn't hear any information on what.
Yeah,
the
I just knew
reason
that
behind it was.
that van that pulled up alongside of him opened fire, and they went down an embankment, and he was ejected.
Mm-hmm.
But of course, they ain't gonna come out the real reasons behind it. They gonna
He was he was pronounced dead at the scene after he got shot in the neck on U.S. Route 75. It was in the early morning hours. Now, the rapper that was alleged to have been responsible, but no evidence surfaced, he gets shot dead the following year. So it's almost like Orlando Anderson and Tupac, to where, of course, we know Pac and Orlando fought in the MGM Grand. We know the white Cadillac shoot Pac and Suge, and of course Pac died 6 days later or 7 days later. And then within less than like 6 months, Orlando Anderson gets shot and he gets killed. It's almost like the same thing. So I mean, it's still unsolved. Probably never will be solved. But it's just, I mean, for us that grew up listening to him, it was just it was a kick in the nuts, like for Crenshaw when Nipsey got shot, because Nipsey was so involved in Crenshaw.
It was deeply locally felt.
Yes,
for sure.
Yeah, a lot of people lost stuff behind Nipsey dying. The whole neighborhood lost everything behind him dying because he provided with that store.
Oh yeah, his shopping center. Yeah. Shopping center. Yeah.
That shopping center is gone now.
Yeah, to get shot in your own shopping center where you was trying to do good for the community. To have that happen by supposedly your friend.
Yep.
Yeah, that's
and
can't have it. This is why we can't have nice things. What the fuck? Like bad shit happens to good people and all that.
You got to be careful with the company you keep and who you be around.
That's also true.
That's why I go from gig to home. I don't be standing around after people want to hang out. No, packing up my shit and going home.
He's got kids to provide for. I need to get home to the kids.
Yep.
I gotta go home. I got kids to get home too. So nope.
Do what I gotta do. Work and go home.
Yeah.
It's we done. Okay, I'm out. See you at the next gig. I'm out.
Yep. And then you get people who are just jealous just because you up, like my homeboy DJ Gino here in Sac got killed over a chain, a couple years ago, just wearing a chain. Some guy followed him all the way home from Modesto, all the way back here to the Thomas, and killed him 2 blocks from his house over a chain. And for what? You ain't gonna get nothing for the chain, just for clout because you took somebody's chain. This shit is just senseless.
Jealousy and greed is a motherfucker.
Yep.
That's for damn sure.
That's why I be careful. Like I wear my chains, but certain places I just don't take them. Certain places I just don't wear
them. It's unfortunate.
That's why I never want a Rolex. That's why I never want a Rolex watch.
It's just certain people will see that and they think they can come up and all they gonna get is nickels and pennies for it. They ain't finna get nothing for it, and
not even a fucking fake one. I don't even want a fake Rolex. Fuck that. I don't even want to risk that shit. Watching it, it's like, man.
You want something here? You want something here? Take my Casio. Be gone.
Yeah.
That's why I also didn't understand the people when they get flashy. It's like you're really gonna just.
Yeah, you are inviting trouble to happen if you want to floss.
And I be catching myself because I didn't start buying chains and stuff. And it's like last night I had all my chains on because I just had my, costume on. And one lady, she was like, she had asked me, she's like, where did you go to find all your, all your chains and stuff like that? She said, did you have to buy it for part of your costume? I'm like, lady, these ain't fake chains. These I ain't walking around with costume jewelry on. Like,
you're talking to a professional, lady.
Like, yeah, no, like I didn't go buy these for costume purposes. I'm like,
I earned this.
Yeah. I'll put it. Yeah, these is custom made, lady. But yeah, like I said, like certain areas, certain events, nah, about to wear a turtleneck and be square bare.
This man said turtleneck. I'm done. I'm done.
You
Like,
constantly
square
hear
bare,
Devo's music in the background.
Uh-huh.
That fucking squeaky ass bike.
Yeah.
Always looking over his shoulder. Well, grandmama gave me that chain.
Yep. Nah, you ain't finna snatch my shit. Though. That's one thing you not finna do.
Yeah,
You ain't finna snatch shit. All these rappers be getting their chain snatched. There was a somewhere I was watching a story the other day. This at a school, there was like a rapper at a school performing, and one of the little kids snatched his chain while he performing. This is at school. Snatched his dude chain in the middle of his performance.
What up, Mason? What's going on, bro?
Ain't no way. First of all, ain't no way no little kid finna just snatch my shit without you. I don't care how old you are. You get your little ass whipped at school.
Yeah, bro, ain't no little kid about to snatch my chain, bro. We're gonna.
I'm like, oh shit,
Spartan
like these
kick
kids
your little
is
ass in front of all these people.
Like, yeah.
You
The
know,
dude calling. He was like, "Where's the police?" I'm like, "Man, fuck the police, man." That's
you
that's
know
justice.
you know the funny thing is y'all talking about that, and then this meme just comes to mind. Fuck them kids. I could just see that meme.
Their parents obviously didn't tell them not to, so now they're getting Spartan kicked for their troubles.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they catching some sweet chin music to the face.
Yeah. They're like this other video I was watching. This mom went off on his dad for putting her hands on his son. Well, the son was dating a girl, and the dad told him, "Don't be in the girl's room." He came home, he was in the room. So the dad was like, I didn't rough you, like I roughed him up. I didn't like punch him or nothing like that. And the mom came over confronting the dad, talking about, "Don't touch my son." Like, man, your son is in my daughter's room. Like, your son, and he know better. So, and first of all, how you gonna run home and tell your mom that you didn't got roughed up? Like, these kids is different. Like, you take that like a man. Like, you shouldn't have been in that room.
Yep. They told you no.
Yeah.
And you still
want to go in there anyway.
Well, first off, you wouldn't be in my damn house.
Right, yeah. Like, yeah, I ain't home, you ain't there.
Oh, that's my daughter? Oh my god.
Yeah.
My god. You're lucky it was just a little rough up.
Yeah. I'm like, yeah.
You're lucky you got away with that much.
Because if I'm getting if I got the cameras on my phone in my house and I see, I'm like, who's this boy in my house? Tell him to get out right now.
Don't even answer the door. You shouldn't even be answering the door when I ain't home.
Fucking lucky. I'll be scalping motherfuckers. You better not bring nobody into this house when I said no.
Understand, you will get Bad Boys 2 and Den of Thieves right here, right now. Because like I said, I got uncles that you don't want to mess with. Come on now.
Now once you raise a hand in Nevada, it's abuse with intent. Damn.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, now you can't even touch these kids these days. This shit is wild. Like, you can't discipline them, but let them go out in the world and do something, and the police are gonna discipline them.
No. Here's another part. The police will be like, why you ain't disciplining a kid? So if I do that, you're gonna try to put me in jail. So which double standard are we going with here? Which is which? Come on now.
It's like, so you want to get on me for not whooping his ass when he needed his ass whooped, and then when I do, you're gonna then whoop my ass and then take me to jail.
Yeah, so you're gonna whoop my ass for parenting.
Yep.
CPS is gonna show up out of nowhere. Those fucking traffickers.
Yeah,
I'm talking about you,
wild.
CPS. We know CPS. We know what you're fucking really there for, you bastards. But no, that just it's now the discipline is weird because I've actually been asked before, like because my parents like they disciplined me, I deserve that shit.
Spare the rod.
Man, come on, yep. Let's make that Kamala part of it all.
Spare the rod to spoil a child.
I was very much like if I did something stupid, but my parents were very good at telling me what I did and why I was getting disciplined for it.
Mm-hmm.
So in hindsight, I was kind of like, okay, yeah, no, I actually did deserve to get that spanking because I almost blew up the house.
No,
Hey,
well,
Harpo told him beat him. No.
I wasn't. Now, I wasn't whipped much as a child because, of course, me having a black mother. Black mothers are known for having that look like, without saying a word, move one more time.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be me and you when we get home.
Mm-hmm.
Again, not even saying a word, just that look like.
It's that look, yeah.
Do it again. Do it again. I'm like, I don't want
Mhm.
that smoke. I'm gonna go sit my happy butt down because I'm
Mhm.
not. I don't want that smoke when we get home. No.
Yeah.
No.
My mom was deceptive about it. She told me that she's like, wait till we get home. But in between the time when we were getting home to that moment, she would make us almost forget what had happened. So like we were over there laughing and we thought everything was cool. We get home. All right. What the fuck? Wait a minute. Oh, you thought I forgot.
Nah, they don't forget
Oh.
that. They be like, my grandma, she'd be like, wait till your grandpa get home.
I never
Those
thought.
are the words you never want to hear.
I grew up getting many whoopings. I was a badass kid. I grew up getting many whoopings. I was always doing something.
I never thought getting whooped by a hand can hurt until I met James Hopkins' right Texas meat hook hand of a right hand. And believe you me, whatever I did not do it ever again in life because I'm like, I don't ever want to feel that ever again.
Oh.
And it was one of those Papa had you laying across his lap, holding me down with his left arm while he's whooping with the right. I'm like, bruh, no.
Man, Mason said 20 letters lined up, and you know. My dad was Italian, and I caught a smack in the head or a foot in the ass. So, but we all turned out just fine.
Yeah.
We all knew, like, when and when not, like the proper behavior. Like, we were taught common sense and, manners. No more manners anymore.
Mm-hmm.
It's all me. It's about me. Like and the failed all these iPad kids.
Oh
And
my
most
gosh,
of them
Jesus Christ!
most of them are because the parents had the kids too damn young, and they still want to have a good time, so they put the fucking iPads in their damn face, so they don't got to deal with them no more.
These electronics is cool.
You got the cats and grandmas that's like 30 years old now. What happened to the grandmas, Nemas?
Bro, y'all remember the time when we were glorifying 16-year-old pregnancies? 16
and
and pregnant on
Who's
MTV.
that? Oh, yeah.
16 and pregnant, like we were glorifying that. Girls were literally seeking to get pregnant to be on that show.
Mm-hmm. Crazy.
Well, for real?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's crazy.
Bro, they had I remember a few kids in my high school.
Mason,
Zaire Wade.
Mason, you stop it right now, Mason.
What do you say? You got mom raising?
Damn it, Mason, stop it. Damn it.
Not Zaire Wade.
I'm not. I'm.
See,
you got to take that off loop.
See,
take that off loop.
See. I am fully convinced that see. D Wade like too much
Oh,
Prostate
there's more to all that
he
whole.
liked too much prostate activity from Gabby, and well, here we are.
Diddy was
Nice.
involved in that one too.
I wouldn't put it past
Who's Zaire?
No, not with Zaire. No. Some
Boy,
people
I
said
think Diddy could have been involved with it.
some people said Zaire might have been like what they call the sacrifice for certain things. If we're calling it quote unquote the conspiracy hour of the show, yes, that's what that was all about.
But how you gonna make
Sacrifice
a
is crazy.
Leave it to Mason to come on with all of the conspiracies at one time.
on the next episode of Unsolved Mysteries?
Seriously.
Cue the music.
I nominate Mason to be ahead of that show.
Replacing the legendary Robert Stack.
That shit would be hilarious. Did you know LeBron and D Wade were fucking what?
Heck, probably Chris Bosh was
Oh
involved
my
too.
God.
While we at it, all them Chris Bosh memes.
Oh god damn.
Not Chris Bosh was involved. Not that long of a neck.
Cause you
Yeah,
were
long neck for a reason.
Cause you were very young, but there is a lot of Chris Bosh memes involving some fun stuff, and you'll be like, wow.
Mason K, I'm done. Okay, yeah, I doubt that. First of all, second of all,
and first off, we know Miz will be staying with those doggone Diddy memes.
they keep coming.
Oh,
Wave after wave after wave.
it is
It's like
the
every
gift.
hour on the hour, he sends at least 2 to 3.
It's the gift that keeps on giving, ladies and gentlemen.
Keeping that going. So baseball is done. Football is in mid-season form.
Mm-hmm.
Basketball is just beginning, so nobody really gives a shit.
And the damn Jets won a game.
Sir.
The spring, yeah, that's. I want the A7 to come back already. The Winter War is coming up, though. I'm excited about that.
Winter War in December, spring season in March, of course. Looking forward to see Cuz come out and have his first AF7FL experience, and getting to work with one of the hardest working men in sports in Mel Carey. Shout out to Mel Carey and Flash Media Sports. He said
You're gonna have fun with that, EJ. I promise.
Oh man, I'm already knowing. I can't wait.
That's gonna be a good time. I'm wondering when, like, there's got to be, because I think, if I'm not mistaken, are they doing it? They're basically flipping which coast it's on every single year. The championship game.
Yeah, it should be back here,
West
somewhere.
Coast?
West Coast, yeah.
If anything, it'll probably be back in Vegas in 26 because I'm pretty sure it might be in the Midwest for 25. So it might be
In the Midwest. So in Ohio?
Ohio or Indy. Mason, it'll probably be in Vegas in 26. I can't put that into words, but
Why in Ohio though? Why does Ohio deserve to host a championship? Why? Why does the home of the participation trophy deserve championship recognition? Why? Why does that state deserve any of the A7FL love that we have been giving?
Okay, then we can go to Tampa. Then let's go to Florida.
Oh no.
I see. Now you're almost completely losing me. Going to Florida.
I ain't going to Florida.
That's what, if the zombie apocalypse is going to start anywhere, it's Florida.
Bath salts.
Put that shit back in hot Arizona.
I think I would rather be in 130-degree Arizona.
He said,
Hell no, man. That shit was miserable.
He said, "Go back to Bullhead in the field house."
Bullhead.
That was a super crazy experience.
Yeah, that was fun. Yeah, I ain't. Yeah,
In the heat, the fact that I don't think it ever broke triple digits until it
Nah,
got until
not even in the morning. It didn't. It started out at 108 when
No.
you wake up in the morning.
Yeah,
Oh.
it's 97 degrees at 2:00 in the morning.
EJ, Hell's Anus is in Bullhead, Arizona.
Yeah,
That's
nah,
where
it
it's
was-
hottest.
It was 125 that whole weekend when he was here.
When we first arrived, it was 136, bro. I had my phone in my hand calling to get the code to get into the house, and within 30 seconds, my phone was on fire. That shit was hot as hell. I was like, holy shit. I was like, God damn. Finally got into the house, put the fucking AC, what did we put it, like 68 degrees almost immediately. Big Rob never wanted to go outside. He said, fuck that. He's like, I would smoke with y'all, but I don't want to be in triple digit weather. This is his first time on the West Coast, and he's got to be in 135-degree heat.
Yeah, he understood.
Well, you got to take a shower after you smoke.
He
And
understood
we
what
was out there like some troopers in a circle.
he understood what dry heat meant.
Well, that's why I say we got used to it after a little while.
Nah, you never got used to that shit. I never got used to it. Even out there DJing and it was 120, I never got used to that shit. You just deal with it. You don't get used to it. You just deal with it.
Matt Six, like, you're full of shit. It
wasn't for that ice now, boy.
We
I'd have been
didn't
out
get
there
used
melting.
to fucking none of that shit.
I'm surprised none of the equipment malfunctioned. I'm surprised the whole time, as hot as it was, the equipment didn't.
That was one of my concerns.
Yeah, no, it never.
I thought it was going to overheat.
Nope, never overheated.
I'll be worried
That's
about
why you
that
don't buy that cheap ass equipment, DJs. You get you some real shit that can withstand the time.
Yeah.
When you got to go to hell and DJ, you go to hell and DJ.
You go to hell.
Bro,
and
I'd be
sure
worried
the devil
about that,
dances.
bro. The equipment, you feel me, overheating and everything. And then
Nah, it never overheated. I played out there. They never overheated.
Throughout the day and into the night.
Mm-hmm.
Matt Six was dancing with the devil in the pale moonlight.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And he was giving the devil the Heisman.
The what?
The Heisman.
The Heisman.
Even the stiffy.
I don't even know. I don't even know what that is.
You don't know? Okay, first of all, you don't.
Oh,
the
okay.
Heisman,
I thought you was talking about baby oil.
God damn, EJ, I know you're not that young. I know you're not that young. That you probably never heard the song "Do the Heisman" on.
I ain't never heard nobody say, you feel me, he was giving him the Heisman. I ain't never heard that. None of my, we don't say that. We don't say we giving somebody the Heisman. Nah. We don't say we giving nobody a stiffy either. I don't know what that is.
That's from
I ain't never heard that.
That's from Beavis and Butthead.
Now you're taking it to a whole level that doesn't need to be. EJ. You know what
I'm
I
gonna start saying that. I'm gonna start saying that. Mm-hmm.
You ever played NFL Blitz? The original?
A while back. Yeah, a while back.
That's what I'm saying. That's where I got it from. The stiff arm. He gave him the stiffy. Give the stiff arm. That's where you get it from. Or that's where I get it from. But I understand what you mean by how it sounds. That's for sure.
I'm just saying I ain't never heard it before. A stiffy? Man, I don't know, man. I don't know about that. Oh.
It's shortening up stiff arm, but I understand. I get it. I understand how it sounds. Mason, shut up. You need to. I thought you said you were leaving. What happened?
Sounds like a WWE move.
It's been kind of a slow week in sports. Not really a whole hell of a lot other than what we've talked about with like Anthony Richardson and with Bosa and everything else that we've talked about in this in this show. World Series
I
went
hope
the way
whatever
it
Mason
went.
is using, I hope it dies.
What happened?
Enjoy the World Series as a Red Sox fan. Anyway, my brother did. He hated the fact that the Dodgers were the ones who won it, but he did love the fact that the Yankees got exposed.
In any other year, I would be singing the Hallelujah chorus that the Yankees lost in the World Series, but because they're playing that damn team in blue, I had to root for the freaking pinstripes. Oh,
I was true to my word. I didn't watch one pitch.
Yeah, me, I didn't watch none of the game. I watched the home run, just the replay, and when he got the walk-off grand slam, and that was the extent of my World Series experience this year.
Yep. As soon
No,
as I saw the highlight of Freddie Freeman getting a walk off, I was like, "All right, yep, I'm done."
no, I kid you, I kid you not. Right as Mizzle was walking in the door, that's when Freddie hit the walk-off grand slam.
It's crazy.
Well,
And
you
needless
kind
to
of knew
say,
then. That was fate at that point.
yeah, he just like, you know what, I'm done.
I bet you he'll never come in the house when the Dodgers is playing ever again.
He probably
Change
won't.
the channel at that point.
Man,
No
be
need
like,
to
hey,
have-
is the game on? Change the channel. Change the channel. I'm finna walk in. Change the
Y'all
channel.
were basically at that point watching it for coverage purposes, not for enjoyment whatsoever.
Oh, it was not enjoyment. Not at all.
Enjoyment.
Ladies and gentlemen, again, appreciate you guys watching on JAFFOs TV YouTube channel. If you don't catch the live, go to Mike and Colby Sports Network over on Roku and Fire TV. And if you're watching us on the Mike and Colby Sports Network on Roku and Fire TV, and you want to see us live, the All Pro Jaffos, go to Jaffos TV on YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook, and be able to follow us on the All Pro Jaffos on every other social media platform like Instagram, Twitter, or X, and pretty much anything else. Spotify, same thing, All Pro Jaffos, anything else you can find your podcast. Subscribe, be a
Is everybody else here?
Everybody here, yeah, he just twitching.
Oh, it ain't me.
JP is frozen. Well,
Frozen.
while JP tries to come back and continues to spiel, you are watching the All Pro Jaffos episode number 286, the highly elevated sports talk for the highly elevated sports fan. I am guest starring Double A here, along with the main guys, DJ Matsticks and EJ Wizzle, as JP
Sure.
looks like he's posing for a picture as it is frozen, and hopefully JP will be back momentarily. My guess is somebody probably called him, and well, that's probably what happened. But as JP makes his way back, most of the show has been talking about politics, mixing in with sports, mainly because of one Nicholas Jonathan Bosa. We've even talked about the doggone presidential election that is coming up on this upcoming Tuesday, which we remind you again, if you have not done your civic duty, please, please, please go vote. We're not telling you who to vote for. Just simply do your civic duty because your vote is your voice and your vote is your power. So please do your civic duty. Please go vote. Go vote. Go vote.
Yep, you vote, don't
Would y'all say
complain.
it's better to vote or to not vote?
If
Here's
you
the
don't
thing.
vote, then you don't complain.
If you don't vote, you cannot say nothing about what's going on and how it's affecting you because you did not use your power, the power of your vote.
Yeah.
Because here's the thing. And here we go, talking about this again. This particular election is not for us per se, us in regarding men. This is really about the women in your life. This is what this is really about. It's about the women in your life. Because I don't care who it is. I am tired of reading stories about women bleeding out dying because they couldn't get what they needed to get because these certain states have abortion bans per se. Um, I'll be doggone if I let that happen to somebody that I know. That's a woman that I love. That's in my life. This is what this election's about. As the humble host, Mr. Josh, makes his way back in.
Phone died. Sorry about that.
But really, but truthfully, this is what this election's about. Women. You could have a niece. You could have a daughter. You could have a sister. You could have, your mom. Think about them. Okay? It took a long time for my grandmother to vote. And my grandmother has been gone for 34 years. But it took a long time for her to vote. It took a long time for my grandfather to vote. When they were thought of as second-class citizens, which some people think that way of people of color still today. Okay? Some people are really trying to go back to that era. Okay? When you have Arnold Schwarzenegger himself saying that this is reminding me of my home country, there's a reason why Arnold left Austria to come to America. And now he's seeing it full-fledged almost 50, 60 plus years later of what certain people are trying to do in the same arena at the Mecca, talking about things like this. So this election may be not about you, but it may be about somebody that you know that will affect somebody tremendously. So the only thing I can tell you to do is just vote with a conscience. Vote with a conscience.
At least try to.
That, but also more importantly than anything else, think about the women that are in your life. Because if something were to happen to them and you couldn't do anything about it because the government wouldn't allow it, you'll be kicking yourself in the ass for the rest of your life.
And to the ladies whose husbands are voting for Agent Orange and are threatening divorce if you vote for Kamala, do that.
He didn't love you anyway.
They didn't love you anyway. They don't want you to have a voice anyway.
You guys think that the House would really allow him to do that, though?
Depending on who has the majority.
Yep.
Yeah.
If Congress has the majority, then yeah, it could pass.
If Congress has the cult, yes, it will.
If the cult shows up, it could be a problem.
If his Lou buddy, Mr. McConnell's in there, it will happen.
Though I think all of them right now are on borrowed time. Even the devil's going, hey, y'all sold your souls a long time ago. You're way overdue. It's time for y'all to come home.
So I have a question. Is Rudy Giuliani going to have a place to live? It's like he already.
The real question is, do I care if he does otherwise? No.
I mean, that's a valid point, but you literally went from America's mayor to now you really might be homeless.
Mm-hmm.
Dun, dun, dun.
I mean, and that's mind-boggling to me. How he was so beloved during 9/11 back in 2001 to now he is pretty much losing everything.
Villain
And some good news: the ex-cop and Breonna Taylor case was found guilty today.
Oh,
so
yes.
There you go.
You be facing life.
Fleece Johnson will be getting ready for him.
Yeah, he was found guilty of using.
I thought it was out.
He is, but Fleece Johnson misses booty. So, like he says, I like you and I want you. And we could do this the easy way. We could do this the hard way. The choice is yours.
Gross. It's nightmare shit right there.
Young Thug got out too. Free Young Thug.
Free Thugger.
He got out.
Free Thug. Yeah, Free Thug. Yeah, Thug got out with
That
guilty and got out.
whole
Yeah.
circus show is
Yeah,
finally over with?
but he's got a whole lot of restrictions on him though.
Oh, yeah,
a lot of
yeah.
He
things
got 15 years of probation and whatnot, but I mean,
No, but no. But there's specific things that he cannot do.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, of course.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you better just stay in the house
of
for the next
probation,
15.
and then what?
I think he banned from Atlanta for what 10 years. I think.
Banned from the city of Atlanta.
But I mean, he can still go on tour, and what they said he could travel for work. So hey, he about to go crazy. Free Thug,
Well,
Thug free,
here comes another album.
Thug free, Thugger. I can't wait for that drop. Oh man, I can't wait for that drop. I want to go crazy.
Is he going to be
You're a fan of
mumbling through
his?
it?
Yeah, he is. You know he is.
The Godfather
Y'all just-
of the mumble
Y'all
rap.
just gotta understand. Y'all just gotta, you feel me? Y'all just gotta get down and get deep in yourselves and really, listen to what he's saying.
Is he
'Cause
really
he be
trying to
saying a
sell
lot.
us on mumble rap right now?
I'm trying
He
to tell you,
is.
hey, Young Thug, he really be saying a lot in his rap. You feel me?
What?
Like-
Oh, please enlighten me.
Even though he dresses like a woman.
Okay, hold on. That was he didn't dress like a woman. He didn't pull a Russell Westbrook. All right, chill out. He didn't do that.
A
That wasn't him in the
bullshit.
pink skinny jeans.
A
We're not gonna do
bullshit.
that to Young Thug.
That wasn't him in the
A
pink skinny
bullshit.
jeans.
He did that for his daughter.
Oh, okay. So there's a reason behind that one. Okay.
Okay, I love my daughter too, but I'm not wearing those skinny jeans.
Nah.
Ones that
Prove it.
were like not even fitting to begin with.
Hey,
Young
Hunter
Thug
Henry is
the
the new backup quarterback for New England right now.
Oh God.
Oh
God.
my lord.
Oh.
If
goodness.
quarterback Drake May is ruled out, then Hunter Henry is going to be the
Wildcats making a comeback.
yeah.
Mhm.
Here it comes. Damn,
Man, why don't
did
somebody
Hunter
just
Henry
hire
play quarterback
Kaepernick,
at some
bro?
point?
Just hire Colin Kaepernick, bro. Just do it, bro.
He don't want to play.
To the New England Patriots.
He does not want to play. Because
Of
if he was
all places for Kaepernick to go, you want him to go to Foxborough?
Hey, it's a job, you know.
Woo.
he don't want to play. Okay, so he is Young Thug is banned from Metro Atlanta. He has to do 4 presentation concerts a year against gang violence.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right.
As Cuz just said, he can travel for work to make music, but he cannot have no contact with gang members or co-defendants except for his brother and Gunna, and he cannot promote gangs in any way.
Mm-hmm. He got to promote against gun. He got to promote against. Or he got
You know they
promote
finna be
gun
listening
violence.
to every lyric he say. They finna be they finna
Oh,
dissect
But you
yeah.
know,
One
but you know his
slip.
wordplay gonna be nice. His wordplay gonna be like, what's his name? Oh my gosh, who is it?
Yeah, but you gotta be
I
careful
think
with
you're
that.
giving. I think you're giving too much faith in Young Thug's ability to actually write rhymes.
Nah,
Hey,
I
man.
think
Young Thug go
yes,
crazy.
sir, right. Even though he sound like he mumble, if you really listen to the lyrics, he got bars.
What is he saying?
That
He's saying a
lifestyle.
lot. He said he talk about his best friend.
Live,
He talk about running up digits and running up money. I'm trying to tell
like
you,
everybody
Lord.
else is, but he's mumbling it this time.
No.
I make money. I have big houses. I have cars. I have hoes, but he's mumbling it this time.
I drink lean.
Nah.
I do Xanax. I take pills.
What
do
what,
fentanyl.
what different? What is he actually talking about?
I mean, we're gonna
Young
find
Thug.
out now because he's gonna have to
Tweet.
change his whole lyrics. So we're gonna find out what he really made of.
Yeah,
Like,
now we will see if he can really rap.
Because you ain't gonna be able to talk about none of that. No drugs, no none of that. Like they will violate him so quick.
His wordplay gonna be way better than Kendrick Lamar. Watch how he come.
Oh my
I
goodness
don't know about
gracious.
that.
Oh my goodness gracious. EJ,
Jesus.
you need to. Holy shit.
Y'all thought that A minor was a bar. Oh,
No,
watch out.
okay. No, you need to EJ.
Let's go. Give me the camera. Give me the camera. Hold on. Put the camera.
You need to
Young
go in.
Thug is
No,
gonna go crazy.
no.
Yeah.
The producer is not. No, you're on timeout right now for that comment. That's fucking.
Lord, we come right now in the name of Jesus. Lord, put your hands on EJ
It's
right
perfect
now.
for that. No, perfect for Young Thug.
Make him
Because
see
Lord,
the
he
light.
knows
Holy
not what
shit.
he speaks. He
I know
needs a
everything.
touch. He needs a touch from you, Lord, right now in the mighty name of Jesus. Right now, Lord.
Young Thug.
And he's the sober one, people, on this whole thing. This is what the craziness is.
You can quote me on this. Young Thug is gonna go back and forth with Kendrick Lamar for Best Rapper of the Year award.
JP, put it up. Put it up. Put it. There it is.
Yeah, I think it's. I think we've gone far enough in this show. Now is what I think we've definitely now
this
hit
is
a
the moment.
point where
This is the moment.
We need to have a serious off-camera conversation.
Young Thug, y'all. That's because y'all don't be listening to Young Thug like that. Like, Young Thug is up there with like Rodarius Wave. Like, come on now.
Mad Six. I think there's a reason why Mad Six is not on camera right now.
Oh my!
He's like, I want nothing to do with this.
Y'all don't think Rod Wave go hard either, too, huh?
Who is that? I don't even know who that.
That
don't even
dude
know
that
who
they
is.
ransacked the Golden One Arena to go see, and he wasn't there.
Oh. Okay.
I was in Target one day, and these kids was like, "You look like Rod Wave." I didn't even know who he was. I had to go look it up. I was like,
Are you serious?
Yeah. It was like
Rod Wave
like
goes.
Rod Wave.
Oh man, y'all gotta listen. And I promise you, y'all gonna listen to Run Song with Rod Wave, and y'all gonna be like, EJ, you was right, man. I'm trying to tell you.
That's this new generation of music.
Now
though.
we talk about the three faces of Mick Foley. Well, folks, here are the two faces of Young Thug.
Yikes.
You know,
That is
faces
Young-
don't stop. They keep
Said
going.
the two
That-
faces of Young Thug.
That is Young Thug. That is Young Thug and Sexy Red. Tell me that's the male and female version of Young Thug in that picture.
Who? Hold on, who?
Hold on. I'm
Who?
gonna show. I'm gonna show you again. Hold on. I'm gonna turn the background. I'm gonna take off the background.
Young Thug is Hannah Montana-ing it right now.
And this is courtesy of your big cousin.
Here,
Your
take,
big
take
cousin.
The comment off.
Yo,
take the
yo,
comment
yo,
off so you
No.
can
Your
see it.
big
No,
cousin.
no,
sent
hey,
this.
no.
Oh yes.
No. Who sent you that? Who sent you that?
Cuz my brother.
No,
sent me
that's
this.
disrespect.
Yo,
No, cousin, that's disrespectful. That's
No, it ain't.
disrespectful. Because Young
That's-
Thug ain't nothing like sexy. That's foul.
that's
Oh,
no,
that's
it's not.
blasphemous.
No,
That's
it's not.
blasphemous right there.
No, it's not.
Whoa, that's
No, it's
blasphemous.
not.
Yeah,
Oh,
nah,
no.
bro. Nah.
Oh
Yeah,
no.
this is a good point, JP. Yeah, JP. Go ahead, bro. Yeah, dog. No, that's blasphemous right there. Nah, bro.
Everybody,
Nah,
we love
bro.
you guys. We appreciate everyone.
That's
for
blasphemous
hanging out
right
with
there.
us.
That is straight blasphemy right there, dog.
Hope
He ain't nothing
everybody,
like Sexy Red.
Hope
love it.
everybody had a great Halloween. Hope everybody has a great
Boy,
weekend.
I tell you, oh boy.
Going into November, this is going to be fun. Celebrate Thanksgiving first before we go into Christmas, please, God, for everybody's sanity.
Please.
Mariah Carey can wait one more month, please.
Yes. One more thing before we go.
Mizzle. Can't wait. Tomorrow's gonna be fun.
Before we go,
Can't unsee
shout
that
out,
now.
Tomorrow.
shout out, and happy birthday to Mizzle's
Yes.
wife Nicole. Nikki, we love you. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Nicole. We'll
make
see you
the next-
tomorrow.
Make the next chapter the best chapter yet. And happy motherfucking birthday.
Yeah. Damn right. Ladies and gentlemen, appreciate you guys for hanging out with us on the All Pro JAFFOs. Come and hanging out with us again on Tuesday. JAFFOs TV YouTube channel. And then again, catch the replay on the Mike and Colby Sports Network on Roku and Fire TV. Again, appreciate you guys. For myself, JP, for the greatest DJ in the world, DJ Matchsticks, the prodigy, EJ Wizzle, and a Jaffo family Hall of Famer, I guess we can call Mr. Dub Alvarez. We appreciate you guys, Jaffo Army. Be safe, love each other, appreciate you guys. We'll talk to you guys again soon. Later. Peace.